Do you really think that's real? I don't think that's real.
Guys, you can,
It is way too much.
We'll pop up the post and you can pause and read it. But my first single got me a Mercedes-Benz in my garage. Your first single got you a Mercedes-Benz neck tattoo. What the heck?
But for me, do you know what finished me is the last line where it's like, Tyler's petty.
Hey, yo, what's good? And welcome to another episode of TMM. It's your boy Benson Buffett. It is the Media Meltdown, another episode. And then I don't move alone anymore. Mazamini Wayne, Mazamini, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Is everybody good, Chad? Are you good? Yeah. That's what we want to hear. Yeah, man. First show without a guest. I think that's the first thing people will notice. We are still going to be doing guests, but this is just basically us just talking about catching up, man.
The media is melting down.
I know, right?
The media is melting down. There's so much to catch up on or about. So
dude, I don't know. I feel like the internet is absolutely bonkers right now. But, before we get into all of that, guys, please don't forget to subscribe, like our content. We're all going to be launched. Our TikTok page has been launched, so go check that out, follow, we're going to be doing a whole lot more content on that particular page. But yeah, guys, we're still doing guests. It's still TMM, but it's just us, sometimes the family just wants to be the family,
Family meeting.
So, I think a great place to start is just recapping on our on our very dope last episode. Shout out to Lex Lafoy, man, for coming through and just being very real. I appreciate that. I think from what I saw, a lot of people
appreciated it too.
So I think the one thing we took away from that was obviously what's it when the reaction. There's the word, the reaction from the people. I don't know why that word slipped, but anyway. And yeah, man, the reaction was pretty dope. Something that I don't know, in a sense, has started a bit of a conversation. A conversation, So yeah, Bianca, I think you can lead us with that one.
Man. I think for me the most interesting part was when people were reacting to us, and then I got a few DMs. But there's this one particular one that I'm really interested in sharing. I'm obviously not going to share who it was. But we're basically chatting about that whole era in hip hop and how this whole thing came about. And this person was there in the midst of it all.
The whole
drama, whatever Lexi basically was telling us. It's true. Sorry, Chad. It's true. But then they told it from a different perspective. So I was really upset with Uyashna. The whole situation.
Let's do this. Let's do this. We are gonna play the clip for you guys from the last episode. Just clear things up. What for someone who didn't watch, Bianca? What happened?
Next thing, one day I go with someone who's recording by Neo and Yashna. This is maybe, I don't know, within a year after the fallout. And I think I'm good because I didn't do nothing, Next thing, we go in the yard. Neo and Yashna, or Neo Angazi, speaks to this homie. Not even the balls to talk to me, bruh. Speaks to this homie. And the homie tells me, oh, sorry, you're not welcome here.
So firstly, we had Lexi here. Lexi came through, we interviewing her, and then she talks about a time where she had a bit of I think it was a misunderstanding between people, and I think people misread the situation on many fronts. Now that I've started, speaking to people. But basically Lexi was quite offended, as she should have been, rightfully so. I would have also felt some type of way. I still feel some type of way about the whole situation, because I still feel Ugutuneo could have, spoken. So basically Yashna and Miss Andy and Lex were in a little bit of a beef, which turns out, an entanglement, which turns out to be some people are we're not beefing, and then there's one response we still haven't had. which is Yashna's one.
Yashna's. Yeah.
But like in terms of the situation that went on where Lexi just felt disrespected and she felt, I think it was like an overreacting
situation. Situation. I think because of the
not
moments.
her, not Lexi. I'm just saying everybody
everyone
in the
else.
situation. Yeah. So basically the person I was speaking to via DM was telling me, Uzi, we must also think about it in Neo's perspective at the time, and let's not forget that at that time Neo was working overtime. Remember, everyone was at his studio.
Everyone wanted a piece of him.
Everyone wanted a piece of him. How many of those people actually paid him for his services? So apparently it wasn't that Yashna was being like a horrible person or like beefing with. Apparently it's more of a thing where she said to Neo, bruh, you can't be doing so much for free. Like nobody's actually giving you the recognition that you deserve. Like, you know, a girlfriend, a concerned girlfriend who's seeing her guy being ridden, you know? So, yeah.
That laugh in the background. Get your mind out the gutter.
So, I think, looking back, maybe there was a bit of that on Neo's part. So, and then he reacted the way that he did. It wasn't just a Yashna influence. So, it was, I thought about it and I was like, oh, shame. Maybe I was too harsh.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. I do believe that, like, people should be paid for the service that they deliver, but as well at the same time you also got to kind of know who you are and where you are, like level wise, you know, because at the end of the day I feel like Neo got dragged into it. First and foremost, I'll say that I feel like he got dragged into it just because of his association with Yashna, you know, and then obviously, you know, like you said, like he beef between him and Miss Fazane, you know, eventually he got dragged in, you know. That's why I said, like, and I never got to finish because you and Lex were so into it. Like you'll even see it in the clip. I'm like, you know, like I ended up not getting a chance to explain. But I just felt like I'm saying now, I felt like he got dragged into it, and I was more on Neo's side at the end of that podcast. But what happened was the reaction now on like the comments, you know,
that there is as well, and I see that as well.
You know what I mean? So that takes me somewhere else. I'm like, I've had a studio session with Neo, a couple actually, but looking back, obviously I paid, so my treatment might have been a little bit different, you know, myself and my boys when we went and recorded at Neo's place. But what I'm saying is, when you now then go into the comments and you see someone saying, hey, I've been through that as well, you know,
the same people,
at
the same place,
and I'll pop the post up, so there's no like, you know, but like it's out there, you know. So yeah, it was just a crazy thing, and like I feel like it's also kind of, like we said on the last episode, it kind of damaged like something potentially dope coming out of Durban, and know?
That's where my frustration stems, really,
especially as people who love the music and as fans, But it's crazy because what do you guys think? Like, if other people are coming out and saying that Neo and Yashna are like this, you know, is Lex right for, you know, coming out the way she did? You know, should people like this be spoken about? Like, should situations like this rather be, you know, let
I think
out?
they should be, but it would be interesting to hear what you've got to say, because a lot of people are also saying we're starting a beef, and we're not.
No,
we literally were just speaking. Somebody told us about their past experience with people that you happen to know. So, I mean, you found it interesting. You clicked and watched, like, bro.
Exactly.
Now you're complaining, like,
there's
bro.
No
we
beef.
need to be talking about these things. Like, okay.
I just believe there's no beef. No one's starting a beef. If anything, the beef got there before we heard of the news.
We were the last to find out. Literally with you.
It should be the other way around. You know, but you know, we're opening doors to Yashna and Neo, and anyone else, man, who's an artist that feels important. Who feels like they can come through and say their piece, but we're not coming from a place of beef. We're reporting on news. We ask questions. We get answers. We publish content that we have filmed. You know what I mean? It's as basic and as simple as that, you know. But, you know, like, onto some lighter stuff from eThekwini. You know, our new golden boy era.
Greater stuff, some more golden stuff.
Some golden shandices, you know. congratulations, man, to Usmamani. You know, absolutely killing it.
Well deserved.
Well deserved, man. When I first heard of him, it was everyone was like, and it was always like the younger generation would be like, hey Ben, have you heard? You know, Usmamani, so on and so forth. And I started obviously having to listen because we're in this space and, you know, we love music, you know. And when I first heard him, I think I heard Feel Him. I think that's the first song I heard, Feel Him with Tony Diamond.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, these kids are dope.
They are dope.
They are dope. But then he dropped Check, bro. Yo, check it out. Check is gold, man. Like, it just all aligned.
It's totally gold status and more. Like, he did well. He did so well. And who's doing his beats? Props to
I heard
whoever's doing his beats.
The tag on Check is Sack Beats.
Yeah.
Sack Beats is always been fire. I think he did some stuff with Golden Black. I think he's part of Golden Black. I'm not sure. Yeah. But I know I think it's Sack Beats on the tag. But other than that, his beat selection, I don't think it's the same producers all the time. Exactly. So his beat selection, man, like him and Tony Daimani, you know, I don't know, man. I think they've come in. He really
sounds international.
Yeah, and
he sounds international.
And I think he can pull it off with...
He definitely can.
With the vernac as well. Like, I hear Blackie, you know...
Don't go there, bro. Don't be comparing and stirring beef. We already have a bad reputation.
For starting beef, true. Hey, but apparently... Hey, man, you know what, actually...
Don't go there. Don't be comparing.
Didn't you see Smamani's interview on Zinga's show? Did you not see?
I didn't watch it.
Okay, first and foremost, did you see there was an episode where Usmamani was on Zinga's show, and basically the kid feels like Blackie doesn't mess with him. You know, he actually says that himself.
Like, he should.
Friction with you and Somnyama. Is there anything there?
I don't know, really. I don't have a problem with anyone. Exactly that. I feel like it's so easy to beef with me. I don't know if it's beef or whatever, you know, but by the looks of things, I feel like you.
Also, like you get their energy off of?
Yeah. I mean, social media.
Oh, yeah, sure. No, yeah.
From the horse's mouth.
It's not, please, you know. But that's not where I'm going with that comparison. I'm just saying, like, I look at artists like Nasty C, Tyler, Blackie, them going overseas, their music is got a whole lot of like English in it, you know. I feel Usmamani could be the first artist to go out and kind of like still catch them with a bit of vernac in the joint. You know what I mean? I think he's gonna be. I think he's one of the guys that's gonna be able to pull it off. The only thing I'm worried about with the Smamani and Tony Diamond thing, you know, is I don't want us to have a Blackie Lucas rap situation. You know, I don't want to see either one of them get left behind. I'm not saying Lucas is left behind, but come on, guys, we can see Blackie. You know, we look at what Blackie's doing, touring with Bass. You see him in pictures with J. Cole.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't seen Lucas Raps in the picture with J. Cole, but I'm not saying Lucas is not moving.
Wow.
No, I'm not I'm not saying it in a bad way. I got mad love for the brain works. I love the O. He does his thing, you know.
Yeah, you're saying.
But I don't want to see that happen again, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like with Durban, a whole lot of like when the window's open, it's always one artist. If you look at it, we had Nasty. Let's start at the Nasty, like within the Nasty era. When Nasty blew up, there was that window, and I don't think anyone was able to come in. Obviously, you had Aries. Aries was competition, but out of Durban, no one else kind of, you know. And then we ended up waiting a couple of years. Then we get Blackie. You know, we get Blackie. That's two artists now, right?
Yeah.
But look at it this way this time around. It's now two artists. We've got Tony Diamond doing things and we've got Smamani doing things. Now where I'm going with this is, I think that's what kind of needs to start happening. Like, I'm so sick of this one artist, then we wait 5 years, then you know,
there's a new one.
I want us to flood the game because we are carrying the game on our shoulders. Like Durban artists are killing the hip hop scene. I don't care what
crop.
Bro, like Nasty, Blackie. I get that we've got all these artists, like even Touchline. Touchline came out and he showed some love. And Touchline is actually saying, yo, watch out for Durban. You know what I mean? Like he was on that whole hybrid thing. But okay, Bafetu, for me, it's a major congratulations to Usmaman.
Major one.
Yeah.
Major.
Here
What
we
do
go.
you think? What do you think? Like, is he's not signed, right? He's independent.
But I'm sure he's in talks with people now. I know that.
Do
for a
you
fact.
think it would be a good idea? How would you? Well, how would
You know what the
rate
thing
that
is? You know
if
what the
it
thing is?
happened?
The thing is now we look at the Tyler deal, right? The Tyler deal seems to be very successful. We don't know from Tyler's end of things. We'll see what she's pocketing, you know. But just the way like things are going, she's doing the most, man. Like she's also nominated for a BET now.
Yeah.
So that's massive. That's huge. So I think if you can get a deal as sweet and as good as either, you know, like a Tyler deal in a sense, or even anything remotely close, you know, I think it would be a great idea. But as well, looking at his success, would you rather just not carry on as an independent and rake it in?
I would just rake it in, bro. If I were him, I really would not.
But then, do you think we can have a Russ situation in South Africa? Just the way like the music industry is like structured, right? Do you think because Russ, we all know Russ's story, you know, blew up on the internet. He's doing the thing, you know. Like I just don't think our market is strong enough at the moment. You know, you've got your excuse me, your crazy stories like Casper Nyovest, you know, like Casper's like an anomaly, man. Like his career, I don't think any blow up will come close to Casper's blow up. Like I feel like when he blew up, he just made money. Like I feel like he made a lot of money.
I think that's purely because Casper's more of a businessman, actually.
Yeah.
I think he's a better businessman than he is a rapper, you know?
I agree.
So it's no wonder that.
Yeah.
And I also sometimes think like Casper moves different, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, Chad is shouting at me.
hey, your mic.
Is this fine? Oh shit!
Oh,
Sorry.
hectic. You talking to the wall?
Talking to the wall.
Jeez, I'm a wall, cuz that's hectic. What are you trying to say? I'm playing.
So I think on Twimpo Casper, but
Yeah, the way Casper moves is
it's just the way he moves, bruh. It's just the way that he moves that's really like more phenomenal than his actual hip hop career.
yeah. And like Usmamani and Tony Diamond and actually everyone that's coming up, man, like, you know, your Slim Egos, your Skindies, your P Dogs, your Celestial Mikes, your Mac 11s. The list is endless. There's a whole pool of dope talent, you know. But yeah, like I just feel like they gotta watch out for Durban. And I feel like if you're an exec and you watch this show, you know, come pay Durban a visit, man. There's some dope talent. But yeah.
And come to our studios. We'd like to talk to you.
Yeah, we'd like to talk to you. But I want to go into something that's a little bit touchy. Something that's not our type of vibe. You know what I mean?
Listen properly.
Okay, what's there?
You know what I mean?
What's there?
The elections, guys. You know, I think anyone reporting on any type of news, man, like the elections are frustrating. You know, at the
Can
time.
you taste the water? Wait, hold on. Sorry.
You wanna taste the water?
I want them to taste the water.
Oh no,
Did you taste that?
Bianca, you're not getting a response from me.
Did you get that, Chad?
From that
Did
question.
you get the gulp sound? Okay, that's what I wanted.
But Bianca, the elections are more important than your calpia. Come,
Okay,
let's.
cool, bro. But if I don't have water, I won't make it to the election.
True. Well played.
And we also have like a water crisis, electricity crisis.
Everything crisis.
And, you
no
know-
electricity crisis. We're going to vote now. When's the last time you had load shedding?
Bro, wait until the 30th of May. Just wait until the 30th of May and tell me if you don't have an electrical
I don't know,
crisis.
man. Like, so Zuma went and obviously,
Ubaba.
yeah,
Ubaba
man.
uZuma.
That's so disappointing from me, man. Ngiyaqolisa, say ubaba umsholozi.
Yes.
Yeah, that was very disrespectful on my end, but it wasn't to be disrespectful. It just
I
came
think
out
you're
wrong.
chilling too much with these white boys, eh?
No, it's not even that. What?
That's the influence.
She's trying to get me attacked on the internet, bro. No, I just slipped. Come on. It was just a slip up, you know. But
Who
yeah.
shall waste nobody crisis.
Never, ever. Cast it till I die.
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
But yeah, you're right, man. Ubaba Msholozi, he's now gone out. He went to that court where they said he could sit in parliament, and they explained their whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And then we all thought, okay, sharp, MK,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
You know, MK killing it, we're doing this. And then today, it breaks that the highest court in South Africa is like, nah, it's not happening.
What?
Yeah, so I think, but it's his seat in parliament, because the spokesperson, or the person who spoke, it was one of the guys at the top. He actually explained that, yo, take a chill pill, MK guys. Zuma will still be leading the party.
But he can't be president.
No, I
Or
don't.
what?
I think he can't sit in parliament.
Oh.
So how crazy, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, it's a very like tricky situation. But I think that MK has disrupted the whole shandies. Like,
Then.
I think MK, like, who do you think's taking it? Wait, I want to hear. Chad, are you there? Are you there? I want to hear this because I know Bianca's gonna go.
I'm really sad because I actually think that the ANC is going to take it again, bruh. I'm sad. Like, I'm scared that they actually are going to take it again. But if it was according to me, at least KZN, MK, bro.
Chad?
At least nje, KZN, MK. I wish Papas from DA, I wish he was a standalone guy, or in the MK even. Like,
Yeah,
that would
yeah,
be like the
yeah,
ideal
yeah,
situation for
yeah.
me if Papas were MK.
Why?
Like, because bro, he's been doing it ngaphandle kwamehla abantu. Like, he's literally been doing it because it fulfills him. He loves his job. He's in service delivery. Like, he's in the business of service delivery and people, nje, and you can tell it. He's earnest about what he's doing. And then he's not like all these other politicians. But now, hey, bruh,
But
I don't know. Are we going to actually,
wait, okay. Who do you think is gonna win the elections, Chad?
Chad, who do you think?
No, Kazi, it's black and white. We know he's going to win.
Black and white, it's black and white. What do you mean? South Africa? What?
I think ANC will take it again. But,
I don't know, man. Like,
But I think the MK party's definitely disrupted things. Maybe take some of the other votes. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it's time for change, but we'll see.
Yeah.
yeah. Like, I was gonna ask you who you wanna vote for, but I know you're not gonna tell me. But I already know.
Yeah, because he totally needs change, bro.
Totally needs change.
it
Durban needs
ASAP.
change, man.
Hey, bro, got to start at home.
I wonder how it's going for Ututuzane.
Yeah, is he even on the ballot paper?
I wonder, because shame, he's done some work, I think, in Newlands and stuff. People really, speak highly of him in those areas.
I've also seen I've seen his work in Newlands, because obviously I follow the guy.
The name of it? Game Changers.
All Game Changers.
All
AGC.
AGC.
Yeah. So
Well, is this Duduzani's party?
this is
Yeah.
Duduzani's party, man. And you know what? Like, I'll give him props. Like, I think he's done a brilliant job in Newlands, you know. I think he's probably very, very high in the standings in a few years from now.
Yeah.
You know, I see him leading the polls a few years from now. But right now, I think the war is, you know, just like amongst the ones we know. It's, you know what I mean? It's DANCE.
Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans, you know what I mean? You know, but for me, man, like, I say shout out to the MK as well, man. Just like in the short space of time, how many people they've touched, you know. There's a lot of hope in the black community.
But why do you think it is? Why are people
Msholozi.
loving the MK, the AKA?
It's Zuma, dog.
It's the fastest growing party, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you now, it's Msholozi. Like,
But I'm going here, I'm like, is it now that everybody's actually realizing Uguti Zuma's not the monster that media made him out to be?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
now we just like, oh my God, he's back. We have to
Okay.
see where he's leading us.
Let's put the MK party aside, right? Who do you trust? I'm not saying we trust Msholozi,
Exactly.
but we are now saying we look at the time when Msholozi
Yes.
was, you know, Msholozi's term,
Yeah.
Ramaphosa's term.
Yeah.
Listen,
Two completely different
I
things.
listen, man, this political conversation makes me tingle. But my thing is that, guys, let's be honest. Like I feel there was a major difference. I feel the major difference between the two terms. Like I feel Umshololozi still had love for us, you know, like no matter what they're doing in the background, you know, I feel like, yeah, you know, make 10 houses, steal one, that's fine, you know, but like...
You were stealing none and making one.
No.
I'm down for the stealing one and build none, not for the stealing none and build one.
Yeah. Steal none, leave one for the earth. No, but I don't believe it was that. I just feel like Umsholozi has been like, you know, like just painted out to be a monster politically. You know what I mean? We're probably gonna get slandered for this and stuff like that. But hey, we needed to find out who's okay. If it was Tini, who do you think is gonna win the elections? You know, I personally believe it's MK. You said ANC again.
ANC nationally, KZN, hopefully MK.
Chad, you?
Hopefully the other ones, but probably ANC.
The other one. And then which one do you not want to win? What party don't you want to win the election? What party are you like, no, they cannot lead South Africa? Which party?
I think we're all thinking the same thing.
Let's not think it. Let's say it. Who do
the
you
Red
think?
Ants.
The Red Ants?
Yeah.
Who the fuck's the Red Ants?
EFF.
Oh, yeah. So you wouldn't want EFF to run the country?
Fuck no. Because you'll become like Zimbabwe quick.
Okay, one reason. Give us a reason so we can move on.
I just feel like he's an extremist, bro. Like,
yes,
he will be one of those people to like make South Africa like radical, but obviously in the bad way. Like with
obviously in the bad way.
like with rebels and shit, bro. Like we can't be having a South Africa like that. Like we have businesses and real issues to take care of. We don't have time to play games with this other stuff, bro. Like I just think we need someone who's going to lead us properly and lead South Africa as a whole for everyone, not just one type.
For me,
I think that's kind of a PR answer, but
I
mean,
feel
it's
you
the truth,
though. Like
though.
it's I feel you. I feel you. So you think the ANC would win, and you and the one party you don't want to win would be the EFF, the Red Ants. All right, cool. Bianca. So you think the ANC will win, but who do you not want to lead South Africa to a brighter, better future?
I think the ANC.
You don't want the ANC anymore?
I don't want them to win. I want them to learn a lesson and maybe next time, okay.
I think it'll be
work on themselves a lot before.
As a party, there's too much.
There's too much.
And the cracks are visible from outside.
Clean out first and like regroup, restructure, like reimagine South Africa, because there's just no way they're not seeing like that they're driving us into the ground.
Sometimes I think the big dog's got to take a hit sometimes. Like Drake.
Like Drake.
But they just need to be shook up.
Let's move into that conversation, man. You know, before we move on to that. So, for me, a party that I am not happy about at the moment is Gator McKenzie's party. Just because I just feel like in every interview, I feel like with him, it's the same as like, you know, it's the same strategy as most of these other parties that are fighting against the ANC. You know, it's like, man, don't tell me about fixing South Africa. You know, like let's get realistic goals on the ground. You know what I mean? I don't want to be hearing about a 50-year plan. It's ridiculous. Why are you planning for 50 years now? In 10 years, you might have to change your plan. You know what I mean? So, with him, when he speaks, nothing really sits. But he's a very passionate guy, you know. Maybe I still need to take some time to...
Yeah, I think so.
To let it grow on me, because let the party grow on me, him as a leader as well. But out of all the parties, and the reason why when I say parties, I'm not talking about these other unnecessary, like fill in the gaps parties. You know,
fill in the gaps.
There's too many.
Many more.
And many more. You know, just there to disrupt. You know. So I consider his party a big party, Gates and McKenzie's party. But out of the big parties, for me, it's him. But you know what, guys, we're not political. We had to do it. We want to hear your views on it. But other than that, man, we move on Big dogs take a hit. Drake takes a hit. Does Kendrick win this battle?
Definitely. Why is this even a question, guys?
Oh my word.
Come on.
Here we go. Landslide or was it close?
It wasn't even close, bro.
Oh my God.
No ways. And this is not because I'm
I'll
a
quit
Kendrick
this show.
fan.
I'm quitting this show. Get another co-host. What the hell?
No ways.
Landslide.
bruh. There is no way that I'm going to favor Drake over Kendrick when it comes to rap or hip hop. I never really took Drake for a hip hop guy to begin with.
That's crazy.
Like I've never been 100% sold that this guy hip hop.
Listen, first and foremost, you guys just don't fuck with Drake. And I know. You know what it feels like with me?
I love his music. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I listen to more Drake than I do Kendrick. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
Kendrick is so exhausting to listen to. Oh man, you gotta put your thinking cap on. You gotta have a dictionary. You gotta have Google Translate.
That's the type of hip hop I grew up on, where you actually learn, or you hear him say something and you want to find out what he means, and you go and you look it up.
Bianca, we grew up on the same hip hop. Remember?
Exactly.
Exactly.
I like that type of hip hop, not this bubblegum flipping.
You make it sound like I grew up-
certified lover boys, and y'all telling me that a nigga. We don't want to hear you say nigga no more, man.
That is crazy. Pedophile vibes. But like, man, listen, I'm a huge Drake fan.
Are you? Shit.
I'm
sorry,
sorry. I'm a massive Drake fan.
Sorry, shame.
I also appreciate Kendrick's music. I would say Kendrick right now. If the beef is over, Kendrick won. If the beef is over, but we'll see. Because I don't know. Has Drake responded? Because
he hasn't.
Listen,
He's not
after
going to.
us, not like us. Come on, bruh.
He's not going to.
Yo.
He responded with something really weak, and
Yeah,
it was
yeah, yeah,
basically
yeah. I didn't even
throwing the
hear
white
that yet.
flag. He was like basically saying, "Hey, bruh, I'll
J. Cole
talk to
was
you
smart.
another time."
J. Cole.
After saying, come on, come show me your panties. Who says, "Hey, bruh, I'll see you another time"?
Drake realized though.
Hey,
But come on,
Drake.
but come on, like, look at the amount of joints Kendrick dropped just to bury that guy.
to bury
Listen, for a sweet nigga, he is fucking making sure that all these hardcore rap niggas are getting a run for their money. Pusha T, all these O's, Rick Ross, all these O's that you think are hard, as opposed to Drake,
Yeah.
they've got a tatata on their case. Drake is that one tatata that all the dog skin niggas don't like, but he's there.
Yeah.
He's there. He's causing drama. You know what I mean? But like I think hip hop needed that.
A lot.
Chad, you wanted to say something. Why are you dropping your levels? I want to hear this guy's opinion.
No, I was just saying, like, I agree with what Bianca was saying about Kendrick. Like, we grew up on that type of music. I know we all did. But the thing is, with Kendrick's music, you can listen to the same song maybe 10 times and you'll still find something new. Whereas I do agree with Drake is more a pop artist. He is a rap artist, obviously. But I just feel I see him more as a pop artist than actual hip hop. Like I think hip hop, I think of like the hard guys, like whatever, Kendrick and whoever it is, all the top guys. But obviously Drake's up there, but he's more pop. He's more like your Jack Harlow's now, or things like that, or your Kid Leroy's, or
exactly.
But hasn't that been through evolution? Like his career taking the turn that it took. You know what I mean? I feel like just because of how big he is, he had to fuck with other sounds. You know what I mean?
I definitely think he's the next biggest artist after Michael Jackson.
Guaranteed.
Definitely,
Guaranteed. He's definitely the next. I'll definitely put him at number 2 of greatest of all time.
Of all time.
Artistically, though, the way he sells music and so on and so forth. But for me, like what I was impressed with Drake is that he actually stood his own, man. He stood his own. I think even when J. Cole pulls out, and after J. Cole bodying that freaking beat, right? Pulls out, apologizes, right? J. Cole, again, is a very smart guy.
Yeah. I just want to say, on that whole thing of him pulling out, like, you could see when you were saying that apology, that it's not in his soul. He's like a little bit of a hippie, whatever, woke artist. He's not that beef, hard person, where Drake is actually trying to portray that hard image. J. Cole isn't.
Yeah.
J. Cole's from that life, Drake isn't.
Yeah.
So they both want different things, where J. Cole, I think, actually found himself. He knows exactly what he wants.
But I also strongly believe that J. Cole and Kendrick had a talk, like Kendrick probably called J. Cole or whatever and was like, bruh, you don't want to do this. This is not about you. I'm not trying to beef with you. Just let me carry on. And he carried on and he pulled out, and probably J. Cole was like, yeah, sorry. And they were like, shook hands or whatever. And then Kendrick started dropping after.
J. Cole, first and foremost, can bring the smoke. That we've already seen.
Yeah, definitely.
He can bring the smoke to the table any day of the week. You know what I mean? But as well, I think he's sitting in his lounge saying, thank God I got out of that. Because Kendrick was not taking any prisoners.
Yeah.
You know? Kendrick wasn't taking any prisoners. But
also the other thing is that like Kendrick and J. Cole actually have respect for each other. Like proper respect for each other.
Yeah, I think they like can distinguish between work and play.
Yes,
But
and then
but shout out to Drake, man, for holding his own. Battling 12 niggas, I don't care what y'all say.
That was hard, bro. Like, for him to take on all those guys and like for him to stand up to everyone,
all of them,
and the allegations and everything, like he seems like a stand-up type of person, for himself. I don't know if he stand up for other people, but for himself, that's good on him.
I mess with Drake still. I do believe this one, my friend, it didn't go your way. You did it with the Pusha T thing. I think he bodied Pusha T. But when it comes to this one, I would also say Kendrick won, but not by a landslide. But Drake still sells more music. So
I was about to say, like, this is absolutely no hate on Drake, because I'm probably still going to listen to more of Drake's music, especially the diss tracks. They were really hard. But
they're nice.
It's Kendrick.
No, Kendrick bodied that like us song, bro. Come on. But then it makes me wonder, bringing it back to SA. Sorry, Chad, you were saying?
Yeah. I think the soundtrack to Drake's house as you walk in should be OVO. As you walk in, I'll be banging, bro.
That is so hectic. Listen, everybody's been wanting a shot at Drake. Before we move on, I want to say this. You know why Drake also doesn't have like that love? It's because I literally sat by myself and I was like, it's like that Cristiano Ronaldo Messi thing, Like Messi's very likable. He's very God-given talent type vibes, Cristiano is also God-given talent, but he has to work on his talent to be at the apex. But he doesn't get the love because he's a pretty boy. Like I said, same thing with Drake. Pretty boy, but he's still coming in and causing the drama, So that as well. Like if you look at it, these guys are saying things like
you're a light skinned nigga.
You're not black. Like, that's a bit like I'm light skinned nigga.
That was hard. That was really hard.
I don't think that's a hard bar. Like you're telling me I'm a light skinned nigga. Like I can't control that shit.
I mean the Kendrick one where he's like, stop saying nigga. Yo, that was so hard.
But then what's the because Americans are crazy. One moment being half black when it suits them. If a half black person says they're white, it's a big hoo-ha. Now here's a half black guy saying he's black. And now he's getting cast out, But
it's because he's a light skin.
Yeah, it's because a light skin nigga. That's all it is. But shout out to Kendrick for the win, man. Super dope. But this makes me want to go to the big three. Mzansi. Who's our big three? Who is South Africa's big three?
You go first.
I know. So we saw that top 50.
That thing is so messed up.
Yeah, that list is, we can't even rely on that. We can't rely on that thing, I don't know how you have Double HP at number one. Mad respect to the OG, RIP, but I wouldn't have him at number one. I would have
maybe just read the list from 10 to 1.
Yeah, let's read it from 10 to 1.
So this is the top 10. The top 10 in SA.
Top 10.
That is just madness.
And the crazy thing is,
who made this list?
We need to find out.
That's the thing. It just says top 50 SA hip hop artists. I don't know who.
Where did you find this?
On the internet, dog. What you mean?
Yeah, but what page?
Hey, Pride was on someone's WhatsApp status, dog. What kind?
not their top 10.
It's very. That thing is not reliable.
Yeah, like it's.
Okay, read out the top 10.
Yeah, how's Zagwe at 28? But let's read the top 10 because we don't have.
How's Zagwe at 28?
Yeah, how's Zagwe at 28? Like, it doesn't make sense. So at 10, it's Java. At 9, it's Ricky Rick. At 8, it's Questa. At 7, it's Nasty C. At 6, it's AKA. At 5, it's KO. I don't know how that came about. 4, Kulichana. 3, Casper Nyovest. Pro Kid at 2. And Double HP at number 1. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. I don't get it.
I have a question. Excuse my ignorance, but is Strava like a proper hip hop artist, or is he more like traditional
Afro beats types?
Yeah, like would you class him as a rapper?
Listen, he's come out with some heavy bars on songs. But yeah, man, like the thing with Java is the versatility, but that element of rap, you know, like I think in the top 50 South African artists, I would put Java on there. But you know, my biggest quarrel is Pro Kid at 2. I would have Pro Kid at 1.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be me.
Pro Kid's definitely at number 1.
I'd have Pro Kid at 1. Either Casper or AKA at 2 or 3.
So wait, this is Benson's Big SA 3.
No, it's not. No, we haven't done that yet. So I want to find out who you guys think are the big 3. But like, you know, top 50 artists, man, that's a lot of artists. It's a lot of artists, you know. But yeah, bro, like I disagree with it a bit. But we'll pop it up. You guys can tell us who you think is killing it, you know. But for me personally, man, I would have it 1
This
Pro
is
Kid.
madness. This
I
is
know.
just crazy.
How's Zagwe at 28?
Younger Chief is at 46.
That is crazy.
At 44, we have Dream Team.
Dream Team. Why is Witness the Funk on the list? Does this not tell us that we don't have enough rappers?
Why is Phonics the cool now on the list?
Why is Phonics the cool
Thank
on?
you. Why is Phonics not on the list?
Because he's not top 50 dope yet. He's got a long way to go. This is top 50. There's double HP on that list. Phonics is
What are you saying?
double HP is hard, bro. Like I just don't believe Phonics the cool right now.
Why is Deleuze on the list?
Why is Deleuze on?
Top 50.
Deleuze, I'd put Deleuze in it.
Why?
Piaka, your mic.
Why is Proverb number 17?
That's another thing.
Why is Anati number 19?
My point exactly.
Why?
You see what I mean?
Why is Lucas Raps number 29? Zagwe number 28? This is madness.
It makes no sense. Ricky at 10? Listen,
Guys.
listen. Influentially, Ricky is probably arguably one of the biggest.
Top 5.
Yeah.
Influentially,
but
Hip hop.
What about Costa Titch, bruh? Why is he not on there?
Exactly.
Yeah, how's Costa not on this?
Because he's got songs with Akon.
It's not even about that. Costa Titch was like really dope, just like musically, you know?
I mean, speaking of Ricky Rick and stuff like that, like Costa Titch was there. He was with the movement. So
Exactly.
he's also top influential.
And why is Witness the Funk there and not who's these guys? Golden Black. I think Golden Black, yeah, influentially again, Witness the Funk. But yo, Golden Black, man, they made shit that out. Like, you know, like I think they rapped. They actually rapped, you know. But hey, that's just the top 50 that came out, man. You know, we'll pop it up. You guys decide who you think should be on the list. I don't even know how old the list is. Like I said, it just came across it, you know. But we wanted to do our own big 3.
Yeah.
You know, our own
I want
SA
to
big
actually
3.
quickly shout out somebody I saw on the internet. I think you also shared
Yeah.
it in Preezy. Is it Preezy?
Preezy Majola.
Preezy
Oh,
Majola.
man.
Well done. Like, vele ngibuyisela nje.
Bro,
Yo,
real music.
I'm loving it.
Real
Absolutely loving
music.
it.
I also say shout out to Preezy Majola.
Yeah, shout
That
out.
freestyle was super dope.
All of them.
All of them, man.
Yeah.
But that last one that got us shaking again in the city. Hey, I think the boy was lit, but man, he killed it. Yeah, 'cause I saw,
Where's he
Preezy.
from? Do you know him?
Was a South Coast.
Okay.
Man, I don't want to say.
Mbumbulu.
No, past Mbumbulu, man. But he's somewhere down the coast, man. Like I just don't want to say the wrong place, you know. But let's move on. Let's move on. Bianca, who's the top? Who's the big 3 in SA?
Pro Kids definitely number 1.
No, let's be relevant. Let's be relevant and fair. Right now, who's the big 3?
Right now.
Yeah. I know. It's difficult. It's a difficult one. Should I go first?
In SA, ne?
In SA for now, yeah. In SA for now.
Yo, that's hard.
It's a tough one, eh?
That's hard.
It's a tough one. You don't really like know until you think about it. You know, because I even think even with the Kendrick and J. Cole and Drake thing is until they said it, you were like, oh shit, maybe, you know, but other people would think otherwise, you know. But I'll start then if that's the case. Big three for me. I will say at 3, I would have, and this is based on what they've done, you know. So because it's based on what they've done, the longevity guys kind of obviously have a bit of an edge, you know. But I would say at 3, I would have Blackie. I'd have Blackie at 3.
Okay.
Simply just because we got to actually witness his blow up, like as Durban. I'd have him at 3. I'd have Reese at 2. And the reason why Reese is at 2 is just because I feel like internationally he hasn't really gotten off the mark, as opposed to Blackie and my number 1, obviously Nasty C. So my number 1 is Nasty C, and yeah, that's the reason why I've got I've got Aries at 2 just because I feel like he hasn't kicked off internationally, and I've got Nasty C at number 1. You know, when we talk music, man, we've got to give props, you know. So we will give props to people like AKA, your Caspars, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, it makes it so hard without AKA in the picture.
But Nasty C, for me, has done a hell of a lot. You know what I mean? I think the only person that can go against Nasty C on a versus in South Africa, are you guys?
K-Kid. I'm joking.
Come on,
but
guys.
yeah, K-Kid.
You're putting too much pressure on these kids.
No, man, K-Kid is dope. Please go find K-Kid.
No, I've heard him. He's dope.
He's amazing.
But for me, Nasty C, no one can touch him on a versus except AKA in South Africa.
Okay.
And Questa. No, seriously, and Questa. In a versus. No ways. Okay. The only 2 people. Who else?
Youngster,
definitely.
Youngster. I think he can, bro.
Yes.
He that's what he grew up on, battling. I don't think
not a battle, like a versus, you know.
Like verse for verse. I think Youngster CPT could be there.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. Does he have more hotter verses than Nasty C? Who's got more?
He doesn't have hotter, but I think his wordplay in that, I think he's quite good at that.
Yeah, he's got very nice. Yeah.
Definitely.
So, okay, cool. I agree.
When it comes to hits, no one can touch Nasty C in SA.
Definitely.
No one.
When it comes to hits, no one can touch Nasty C in SA. When it comes to the work locally and overseas, no one for me can touch Nasty C. I know we've got your Caspers and all these guys, your AKAs and so on and so forth. Blackie's on the path going there. Tyler's also on the path going there. But ain't nobody in hip hop in SA that can say Nasty C is not in the top 2 dopest MCs in South Africa right now. Nasty C is first and foremost consistently. He's killing it. He's getting the sponsor deals. He's there.
He's making serious moves.
Bro, he's basically living in America. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I say, like, let's look at the track record. Nasty C in South Africa has to be either 1 or number 2. Also, just influentially, look at how many kids he's like influenced as well. You know what I mean? And yeah, for me, that's my personal opinion. You know,
who's number 3 then? Oh, you said Ubani?
Yeah. So my big 3 in South Africa is Blackie at 3, Reese at 2, and Nasty C at 1. Yep, that's me right now. And you, Chad, where you at? While Bianca takes 5 days to think about a top 3.
Yeah, so I think top 3, my top 3 that is like killed it in SA and stuff. Yeah. I think definitely, obviously, Nasty C and Youngster. Yeah. I think Youngster 3, Nasty C 2. But there's someone that I think that's even bigger than Nasty C from SA, and that's also international, is, I have to say, Dejan Voort.
I knew the Dejan Voort was coming.
I'm sorry, bro. I had to, dude.
And they're huge, eh?
Yeah, they're massive.
They're massive.
I just watched one of their concerts the other day of him performing Enter the Ninja. And the way he did that, it was like he was in his 12-year-old body in his bedroom and he performed the song hard. And people were loving it. It was crazy. And I think also him having DJ High Tech him being like a drum and bass DJ, and that helped them a lot.
Yeah.
But I think if we're just talking straight hip hop, I think it has to be like Nasty C, Youngster, and then the Ninja. He just kills it.
The Ninja.
Yeah.
Bianca?
I'm really torn. I'm not sure if I want to make Nasty number 1 or Casper number 1.
Okay, but yeah, let's just hear your 3 because I think we're gonna have a problem here.
Yeah. So Casper, Nasty, and my third and final one has to be Umalum Cool Cat. I really like Usmiso, bruh. Like I really like I don't know, I feel like he's very quiet at the moment. Like,
He's actually working. He's
there's
actually
not much that I'm seeing. I haven't.
No, you know why? Man? Because he's just doing so much for the up and coming game in the city, man.
Yeah.
I want to take this chance and say shout out to Cool Cat. You know.
Yeah, bro. I'm a big fan.
I'm also a major fan of Cool Cat. I would have him in my top 5. But like,
Top 5.
I know. I've got a top 3, man. Like, listen, we base it on different things. But
yeah, I've based it on different things.
yeah.
I thought business and what was Casper, and then in terms of like trajectory and like stuff you've really done, Nasty, and then Malum Cool Cat just based on culture.
Yeah.
And also Nje, his lingo and everything is so different.
He's a full package.
I don't think we would have had Ricky Rick without Malum Cool Cat. I'm sorry. Like,
I think
definitely.
he influeed quite a lot of the people he was around, because there was a time where AKA said, "You got your style from Malum Cool Cat," you know. You know. So,
R.I.P. AKA.
hey, R.I.P. to the mega, man. You know. Yeah, that's a dope top 3, man. I mess with that. I could take that. I could take that. You know. But yeah, like let's real quick. Who are your top 3 in Durban? Let's not over explain it. Who are your top 3? It's Seguin Mama up and coming.
Up and coming.
Yeah, you're up and coming, guys.
Oh shit, I'm so not in tune with those right now.
Really?
But I think Usmamani still qualifies as an up and coming.
Yeah, he does.
Yes, he did get his gold, but I think like this is just the beginning of all the work he needs to do to be like superstar. He's close if he just carries on. So Smamane, Tony Daimane, I like him a lot as well. I think he's also influenced by Malum Cool Cat. Somehow I just hear something there.
Yeah.
And then can I make it 4? There's 2 guys that I really like.
You can make it 4, Pete.
There's 2 guys that I really like. Like I really like Celestial.
Yeah.
Really like Celestial. But I also like Rahim Kemet.
Raheem's also very nice. Yeah. We actually spoke about getting him on the show.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because his story is crazy, man. From the was it Universal or Sony deal?
Yeah, so much has happened there.
We'll get Raheem Kemet on the show for you
crazy.
guys. You know,
his music is crazy.
Yeah, he's not. You know what I love about Raheem now? It's no longer just hard hitting bars, but it's actually vibey music.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, very very vibey music. Yeah, no Jenny again. What's going on? Is
it okay?
Yeah, Chad's gonna come through and do his thing. Okay. But yeah, with Raheem, I'd love to have him on the show.
He's getting a bit melodic. Is that what you're saying now?
I'm loving it. And then let me give you my top 3, like Seguin. First and foremost, man, to all the homies that are gonna be watching this.
Yes, same disclaimer, whatever is about to say.
Like to the homies, if I know you and you're not in my top 3, you know, you may be in my top 3 for another reason some other time. People take these lists a little bit too seriously. But for me, I would say, so we were saying top 3 Durban, right? Top 3 Durban for me, upcoming guys.
Yeah.
I would have, and this is also based just on how much the artist themselves has done for me, you know. So I'd put Slim Ego 3.
Okay.
He did a lot for me when I was still involved in music, to a point where like I almost quit music, you know, and he came through and he's like, bro, let's make music, you know. And in that whole process, I ended up, you know, podcasting and stuff through advice from him. So, and then just musically, he's a beast, you know, and he's helped a lot of guys. I'm not going to name drop, you know, but he's helped a lot of guys that you guys know. You know, they've gone through Slim. So I'd have Slim at 3. Unfortunately, my last 2 spots, I won't have a Smamani or a Tony Diamond, just because I feel like I've just recently been introduced to them. So at 2, I would have, and this one is difficult, man. But I love Skindy's music. I love his movement. As well, another guy that
Dando.
Hey, I would have Dando. I don't know, maybe in my top 7, but not in my top 5 or 3. Skindy at 2.
Okay.
And at 1, I'd have Celestial Mike. I think he's absolutely phenomenal. I feel like he's the one guy that is short of a good deal or is short of some sort of funding. That's why the Maliningi thing also kind of hurts a lot. Yeah, and like I'd also like to add one, like I said, so my top 3 is Slim Ego, Skindy, and Celestial Mike. But at 4, I'd have Mac 11.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think Mac 11, first and foremost, he's consistent as fuck. Him and Obi Magic are probably the most consistent up and coming. OB and them are, seriously, I feel like when it comes to releasing music and being the full package, doing the events, doing the PR that comes with dropping a single or an album, he's gonna drop an album soon, Superstar Mode. He's personally sent it to me.
Let's hack your phone.
No, that's not happening. That's not happening. That's why all of this is on my PC at home. Not even on the laptop. But yeah, man, props to OB Magic and Mac 11. I think consistently they are probably OB Magic, Mac 11, Nels. Very consistent artists.
I've been watching her. Hey, yeah.
Very consistent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, for me, that's.
I thought, you just added more. I'm just
saying.
You're talking about consistency.
I'm saying, like you said, can I add 2 more people?
So I'm adding gay.
No,
one more.
This is never going to end.
O2. He's just inconsistent. Shit. Somebody, please, can you just
O2 from the phases. I speak to O2 on a regular basis.
Hey, bruh.
Listen, O2's got a different strategy. That's why a lot of people are. It's gonna take some time for people to.
I'm still gonna be frustrated for a while.
Not too long. O2's got something coming. Okay. I'll tell you that. We've been in talks with him as well. But yeah, man, like I just added OB Magic and Mac 11 just because I just love how consistent. And I've heard Superstar Mode, man, and I've had OB Magic. I'm not even supposed to be putting my hands in front of my face on a show, but like. Yeah, man, those guys for me, top 3, Slim Ego, Skindy, and Celestial Mike, absolutely phenomenal. You know what I mean? And those guys are the ones for me. you know? But I think we can move on to the next topic. Goba vele phela sisanda kuphuma kwi-beef. What's up with MT and Tyler? What's going on? Is that thing for real?
I don't think it's real, bruh.
I don't think
it's real.
It wasn't the first time I saw it though.
Where did you see? You see Benson
on the socials.
Where is he coming from with all this information?
I'm dead serious. But what?
Do you really think that's real? I don't think that's real.
Guys, you can. It
is way too much.
We'll pop up the post and you can pause and read it. But my first single got me a Mercedes-Benz in my garage. Your first single got you a Mercedes-Benz neck tattoo. What the heck?
But for me, do you know what finished me is the last line where it's like, Tyler's petty. She's like, we all know that you just get to go home because your wife abuses you. Wait.
Bullies you or something like that. Yeah.
And then she hits you with an avocado. Why an avocado? Like,
no.
How did the guacamole get into this?
But did you see it? But if it's true, but did you see what MT wrote as well? He was also like on some
with your toothless colored
cousins. What? when I got my first hit, you were eating fish in Cape Town with your toothless colored cousins.
Toothless colored cousins.
But like I said, we'll pop up what we saw, and then you can read it and tell us if it's true. But guys, enough with the beef now. We're gonna move to Amapiano. I'm dead serious. Everyone's gonna start listening to Amapiano because it seems like it's a very peaceful place right now. And I feel like hip hop's grabbing at straws as well.
Yeah.
These beefs that are happening. Rashid as well. He dropped
What
something.
is that?
What's
What
going
is
on?
that?
What's going on in hip hop?
I blame Cat Williams for this whole year. This whole
I blame Cat
2024
Williams for this whole year. People are way too honest, you know. People are coming.
utheni ngempela wena uzweni kuleya
Listen.
video ka Rashid K yino izwile.
Listen, Rashid must stop rapping. Rashid must stop rapping. Khutmani, he's dope. As someone who influenced the game. No, did you hear that freestyle? That was horrible. Even I can rap better than that. You know what I mean?
I really don't understand.
Like
that
I'll even go as far as saying I could have dropped a better verse than that.
Ooh.
I feel no, seriously, like, and the thing is, if you listen to Rashid, he's supposed to be.
But you can actually.
Yeah.
People must not even get confused and think I said whoa because he can't rap. He actually isn't too bad, eh? He isn't too bad.
Who's this?
You. Oh,
Oh,
that
me.
bad.
Shout out. I was about to say, you're talking about Rashid. Rashid's terrible. But like, you listen to him and you're like, this guy's, what he's saying is supposed to be like conscious. He just went in there to say stuff, you know? Unfortunately.
Niggas just be talking.
Niggas just be talking on the
Niggas
beat.
just be talking.
Yo, like, listen, man, like, do yourself a favor. Lockdown. It's on the Lockdown Cypher page on Facebook. I
wouldn't waste my time.
I love the KZN Lockdown Cypher page, man. I've come across so many new dope talent. But Khutmanu Rashid, I don't care who he was talking to. There was
like, what is he saying?
It was garbage. It was listen, it was absolute garbage. What Rashid K gave us there was absolute garbage. And listen, bro, like,
whose freestyle's better, Smoke Perps or Rashid's?
Anyone's better than Rashid, bro. I think you can come with the nursery rhyme there and drop. And it's no hate on the OG. And you know, it takes me, but this is the reason why I bring up.
I need a 10-second clip saying anybody is better than Rashid.
No, but like that, it's not even the reason why I'm saying that. The reason why I'm saying that is because.
Wow, you're gonna justify it now.
No, I'm not justifying. Like, it just doesn't make sense, man. Like, Uguti. Like, who's his homies? Like,
that's it.
Or all his homies, yes, man. Is there not a single person?
Yeah,
you know, is there not a single person who's saying, yo, man, like, maybe let's be behind, let's be behind the mic, but on the other side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it brings me to this thing, to like, I feel like Stogie T didn't respond musically to what that guy said because he was like, what's the point?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Like stooping. That would be stooping so low.
Yeah, he called out Stogie. They had a little bit of a thing. I think it was again on Zinga's show. I love Zinga's show, man.
Hey,
yo, man, bro, I love that guy's show. I think out of all these failed rappers that have become podcasters, him and LT though, absolutely dope. No, seriously, man. Like, it's the truth, you know.
Yeah, no, they're dope. They're doing it really well.
Exactly, you know. And
I watch them. And Waras,
what the fuck is that?
Do you know Waras?
Who the fuck is Waras?
You don't know DJ Waras, guys?
Does he have a podcast?
Shady Lurker. He was on Kakasi FM. The colored guy who talks Zulu.
Oh yes, with PH.
Yes.
What, bro? That is amazing.
Are you happy, Chad? Oh my god.
Yeah, I've also seen a couple of clips of their show. Haven't really had a chance because obviously, listen, I've got a way of watching podcasts. The ones I'm subscribed to, you know. But I am now gonna go subscribe and watch, you know. And I know they're very big in the music scene, so they're gonna have a lot to say. But yeah, man, like Rashid Khutmani, all respect to everything you've done for hip hop and so on and so forth. But for me, that was just like not. Bruh. Like, even if you go into the comments, you know, but we're blaming everything on Cat Williams this year.
Yeah.
Cat Williams.
And with Cat Williams, also, let's talk about Tira, DJ Tira.
Yeah. That is so disappointing.
What's disappointing? Which part?
You brought up Tira. What the fuck?
You guys are so weird. What?
No, you brought it up.
How? Guys,
no, I'm not afraid. Seriously.
Then what's the problem?
You brought him up. Tell me what's up. You could be bringing him up for anything.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
He's a great businessman.
Really?
That's what I brought him up for.
Well, the Grootman is...
Get that?
I was about to say.
So he's been basically, there's a girl alleging that she was in his, she woke up in bed with him and he still continued to touch her as if they were dating, blah, 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 blah. So basically, SA'd her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen people on YouTube saying SA every time they're supposed to say. So, yeah, and then also she's got screenshots and DJ Tira's like literally saying, yeah, bro, how much do you want me to pay you? And
I
this
saw
girl
that
is
as
like,
well,
no, gifuni closure. Just tell me what happened when she assumes she was drunk because she doesn't remember how she got to bed and how
drunk though
Tira ended up in her bed and yeah, stuff like that. So there's one side of the world saying, why are you only talking about it now? Because apparently it happened in 2006.
Oh,
and then 2006 or 16. Yeah, sorry.
One of the two,
there.
Yeah, that's the tricky part.
And then there's also the part about the song. And then there's also people saying to her, no, we need to actually, like support her because she just wants to know. So why can't Tira just tell her because that's all she wants, apparently. Because she's denied his money
request. Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't know, man. Grootman, you're in big trouble if this is facts, And listen, I've got mad love for Tira, but like what scares me the most is, we look at cases overseas like your PDDs, after years stuff coming out like this, But then again, on the flip side of the coin, you're like, bro, why did you wait so long? Like, on the real, like I don't blame people who say,
why did you wait so long?
Why did you wait so long? It's because as well, we see it like internationally, a lot of top G guys, will always kind of have that situation. Like we look at like Mason Greenwood, a young star for Man United, in the English Premier League. He, absolute dope talent, gets accused of stuff and so on and so forth, but all of a sudden is not found guilty, but that stain is still there, So I also do understand people who come from the perspective, Yoguti, could she be coming into
Java situation
Java as well? These guys are not getting arrested for this shit, I think the one person that got arrested, I think the people that get arrested are the people that aren't even like getting accused for rape cases. Like Tory Lanez got accused for, he got arrested for shooting, what's that, Megan Thee Stallion on the foot. But anyone else, like all these rape accused guys don't seem to be getting arrested, and then, you've got a few cases, but then you then start to think like, are these chicks giving valid information? Is there an agenda, as well, Because as well, I would also sit there and be like, 2016 or however long ago it was, why so long? Why does it come up now? You know what I mean?
I don't think you could put time to like how a person or when a person says they want to express themselves. Like people deal with stuff differently, and it doesn't mean that just because it took so long for her to actually have the courage. Because remember, firstly, we're talking about a huge person here, and in most cases, in the Drake case, people are not even talking about it enough because it's Drake, and these kids apparently.
What, do you think he's a pedophile as well?
I do think so. There's more than enough proof. It's weird, bro. Like,
where's the proof?
Chad, would you chill with a 13-year-old and be like, oh, that's my friend, and be sending
that's
messages, I miss
Jackson.
you?
That's like, a Michael Jackson shit.
What the hell, bro? Would you do that? Don't you think it's weird? Don't you think it's weird?
I'm not chilling with any 13-year-old.
Dude, it's crazy. And he's known for, for such things. There's been proof a number of times. And like, I think even Kendrick knew that, and he was actually the door to all of that. But nobody's speaking about it enough because it's Drake, and plus because people are going to say, oh yeah, I'm sure these girls thought, oh yeah, in any case, even if I were to want to report it, people are not going to believe me. They're going to think I threw myself onto him because he's a public figure, good-looking young man with money and popular. He's literally the full package for any naive teenage girl. And when he can groom them and stuff like that. and it goes, and then he rapes them. And now because they start talking about it 20 years later when they gain the courage for whatever reason, maybe there's word on the streets, hey, that one is getting like charged or whatever, and then all of a sudden I feel brave.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
I'm not going to be alone if I talk about it, you know?
I want to see how everything unfolds. I know Tira's lawyers also sent something out.
Yeah.
But man, like this is just getting like out of hand in the music industry. But again, we talk about it, but it's been there. Like it's been there.
Yeah.
And because, like you say, because of situations of power and certain individuals, it's going to be very hard for it to be correctly addressed. You know, people who should be going behind bars because of their power and so on and so forth. You know. Yeah. So it's just a very tricky one, man. I hope in any of the two's cases, man, it's you know, both of them
but it's a lot
get
of
closure. Has there been other
No,
girls coming out?
I'm just saying, like in terms of the industry, media, Ubani, Diddy, Drake,
Tira's on that list.
Of course, yeah, he is.
Big flex now.
Everyone else, Will Smith, all these guys are implicated. And as you're saying, which might be a factor or a contributing factor to them not being arrested. How are you going to arrest Will Smith, dog? Like, how long do you think it would take?
They arrested Bill Cosby.
Yes, but how long did it take?
Yeah, he was broke.
Those cases had been panning out since the early 2000s, and then it only became big now. And that's how he got arrested. So even with Diddy, he might still be out for a very long time before anybody sees justice. He has done those things. He should be in jail. Why is it debatable when a guy's got money? If he was anyone else, he'd be in jail.
They'd be in jail, and I think
I think the money is also a big factor.
The power.
Yeah, the power. You're right.
The power factors there. But hey, man, like I say, man, I don't even want to, pick a side here at the moment. I think it's still a story that we need to see unfold. But this is just becoming a little bit ridiculous. But as well, you also get these girls that offer it, and then because of, getting offered it so many times, some people just, like they say, with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah, But guys, let's move on, man. Like before we go.
But also, just to add on to that, also I really hope that whoever has actually done wrong to the others. So whether Tira actually, if he actually did do that stuff and did not pay the girl for her song or whatever she's alleging, if it is so, let it be known. And if the girl also is lying about him, it must be known.
Yeah, and
because there's a lot of girls that are very opportunistic. I'm not going to be blindsided to that. Like it's actually a high probability that she might be one of those. But we can't just discredit and discredit it because of Strava and all the other guys that aren't arrested. We know our systems and they don't favor victims most times. I just hope she's speaking the truth, because I do believe if you fuck with someone's character, you should pay the consequences. You should pay for that. A whole married man with kids and business and you're literally tearing him apart.
And that type of shit will stain someone forever. Like you can, and this is why it's very important to be careful about what you say about people. Yeah. You can turn around and say Benson is a pedophile. No evidence is found, whatever. Even if the court, finds me not guilty. Yeah. But on the street,
you'll always be a pedophile.
That I will always be. You know what I mean? So it's also very important to look at it with a microscope lens, man. But let's just hope if this thing ends very soon. Let's hope whoever should get justice does. But yeah, before we go, interesting topic, Chad. What do you think of a white Sangoma? Do you think it exists?
Oh, yeah.
Like, we've got to just touch on it real quick, man, because I think it's the craziest thing I've ever come across on the internet.
White Sangoma.
White Sangoma with all the beads that you're always asking me about when we see a Sangoma and, the whole shebang, yeah.
And I can believe Chad would ask you, hey, bro,
what's going on?
What's going on? What's going on with this?
No, personally, I haven't seen a white Sangoma. I can't say that I have. I know it to be part of the black culture, and I feel like you don't get white Sangomas.
Yeah, bro.
Like for me, I don't believe in a white Sangoma. And if I was white or black, it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't go to a white Sangoma. why must I get something half-heartedly when I can get the full proper experience from a black person?
Yeah.
I don't think it can work.
Yeah, like I
want the full
Even
experience.
if I was black, I wouldn't go to a white Sangoma.
No, but like, you know why this topic comes up, ladies and gentlemen? It's just because like one day, you know, chilling at the crib, you know, like finished graph and everything, you know, just in my own space, and I'm going through TikTok, man. What a crazy platform. We see so many crazy things on there. But like, I see this chick, Andrea, or something like that. I'll tell you what her handle is.
I think I've seen her, Andrea, something.
Yeah, so it's at DRE Dre _ADAA_Riz, right? Spiritual mentor, Andrea, ne? Right? Okay, sharp. Ne? So I'm like, I want to see this, you know, because there's another video of a white boy, like, you know, kind of being like overwhelmed by spirit, that we see, but I was still not convinced, you know. But anyway, so I go into her page, you know, and I start watching her TikToks, and you know, I start getting a little bit upset, you know, because I just feel like, first and foremost, it's very hard for me to fathom a Gonka Sangoma because of all the things that come with, you know, being a Sangoma. Just like, I know they also have ancestors, but like, to communicate, don't we have to go through the whole like medium, and then, you know, all the clan names and so on and so forth? If you consult, you know that there's a lot of nuances that don't fit the white people criteria. Something as basic as clan names. So I go into this page, and I just don't believe her. I don't believe her.
I'm also skeptical of a white Sangoma. I believe that most white people do like things like tarot card readings,
crystals and so on and so forth.
I also believe in a way that was adopted from some African practices, ancient African practices. I think in general, I don't know if this is the right thing to say, but I think when it comes to spirituality and like black people are mostly inclined. I don't know. This hasn't been proven by anyone. I just think that we are the more spiritual race. And when I say black, I'm not just even talking about just abantu abamnyama. I also mean Asians. All of them. Mandia, in Masulmane, that would for me fall under black. So I'm skeptical. I just can't imagine how it would work for a white person. It's okay for them to do like tarot card readings and kinesiology and like readings. I do believe everybody is spiritually inclined. I do believe in that. I just don't believe in it being ubungoma for a white person. For a white person, they can say maybe, my third eye is enlightened, but you can't really call it ubungoma.
Ubungoma, yeah.
When you're wearing those beads, and like for everything we do in ubungoma is it's very aligned to the African culture and traditions and historic.
Can you just explain what ubungoma?
Ubungoma.
Can you just explain what that is to a viewer?
What can you say?
Someone who doesn't know.
It's like, so there are different ways of traditional healing, and ubungoma is basically African traditional healing. So you would be trained as a person who's you can be trained as a herbalist, so you know how to find, also being led by your third eye, you know how to find certain plants.
So is this like all like through their ancestors that they will learn?
Ancestors.
Like, it's almost like, well, just to broaden, it's like art or maths or something, but it's like or like a type of art or something. Like you specialize in that niche type of Sangoma training.
So it's not just
you are this
it's not just
type of
being
Sangoma, you are that type of Sangoma.
Yeah, you also get
so you get like that type of
So it's like kinesiology, or just having a tarot card reader. It's just that they all these people essentially do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just that tarot card readers wouldn't be able to give you umuti.
Yes.
To heal.
Yes.
To heal
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Where you can get that from the Sangoma, you'll get your reading and you'll get the treatment.
Yes.
One time. Where they say, you're going to meet your partner.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that type of vibe, you know.
But at the Sangoma, they'll be like, you're going to meet your partner, but yeah, take this
And
nudity as well.
No, and
exactly.
besides that, it's also just like when you consult, bro, like it's also not like as how people put it out, especially people who haven't been through the process like yourself, who've never consulted. It's not as like they throw the bones and they're like, okay, tomorrow on Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, it's always very like how can I put it? It's put in a way that, you know,
I actually saw
have the hope, you know, like it's not, they're not going to directly say your ancestors are going to give you money. It'll be like, yo, man, just to make sure that your stuff is your life is kind of in a lighter shade rather than the dark, you know. You need to do things, honor your ancestors and so on and so forth, you know. But now the process has got so many so many little elements that I personally think just are very, very African, you know what I mean? For us, the ancestors are super important, you know. I think you know that as well. And how we communicate with them and why we communicate with them. And this is why I'm a little bit upset with these white sangomas. First and foremost, don't be so naive. You can't be a sangoma. I don't know.
Yeah,
you can tell us better.
Really
but where I am right now, no, seriously, they can't be sangomas.
I also don't get that one.
And what irritates me is when you go onto TikTok and you see African sangomas, you see they TikToks Slampe Enzila, Diepishi, Abanye Basempopomeni. This chick is in a room at her palsy, like 3-4 videos. She's a sangoma. The next 3 videos, she's an Afrikaans chick. It's like she's got split personalities, you know. But what upsets me, so obviously in this journey of watching this chick and trying to figure out, so I type in. Oh, obviously the algorithm is going to show me now more white sangomas, and I find another one. Gigi Lamaine actually interviewed him.
That bro,
you know, as well. Dan something, you know. His story is even crazier. He's from the UK. He's from the UK and he's a sangoma here. And you know what the crazy thing is, bro? It seems like it's all the troubled white people that are choosing to be sangomas, you know.
You really getting us cancelled with that one.
No, I'll put the links in. I'll put the links in the description.
But
right?
no, that guy's disturbing.
He's disturbing. You can see he's been through a lot, you know. And you know what the thing is? I feel like these fake gobelas as well, they take advantage of people who've been through shit. You know what I mean? Because as well, like this Andrea chick, she's got a video there, and the one video she calls it Sangoma school. Like, you know, like know the term. If you really are into this, you know how important it is to be respectful and use the terminology. That's where Dan's a little bit more advanced because he at least tries to pronounce the words and say it right. But him as well, big scam. Yeah, well, so to all my Vit Bruce chat as well, if things go a little bit south, you can't be
a sangoma.
You don't have to be a sangoma. And these people are these guys that are.
So what do they be then? What must they be? Because they can also have the gift. So how do they practice their gift?
I don't know. I think our definitely like the way the gifts are set up and how they should work for people. I think everyone's got their own thing. I don't know what the thing.
Benson was there when God handed out the gifts.
Yeah,
I know what you got. I know what you got.
I know what he gave you.
You're not using it, and it's not that.
It's not that. You're not supposed to be there. But for real, man, like respectfully, man, like I just really take the sangoma thing very seriously. I'm not a sangoma, but I am an African man. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. So consult you know what I mean? We consult. And I just feel like it's a little bit disrespectful. Same thing, you know, like for instance, like, you know how much it costs for a consultation with your white sangoma friend lady there, Andre?
How much?
550 rand. But get this, you don't go to so Chad, and for everyone who doesn't know, it's gorgeous, like a spiritual room for the sangoma to practice.
It's basically a shrine. It's a hut, where the main shrine
is. Facts, you know. So 550 rand and we're gonna be here on TikTok, and then something happens, load shedding, no more Wi-Fi, my consultation gone, 550, just like, you know what I mean? And that's my biggest chat is I feel like it's people are doing things on TikTok to get attention.
I wish I had 550 to book her and just figure out
Bro,
what she's doing.
there's an original,
really
there's an original lady. I can take you to her consult, 100 rand.
And you know what's tricky, Chad, with this thing is like, we don't understand at what point, especially if you're going to call yourself a Sangoma, that you would charge that for a consultation.
Consultation, that's gnarly.
In ancient times and even now, like the realest Sangomas you will go to, some of them won't even charge you. For them, it's literally a gift, and God or the ancestors and God work together to pay them back on your behalf if you don't have the money. So it's like the same attitude you would or should have as a doctor, that even if this person can't pay me, but I need to heal
Save
them.
their life,
So that's how Sangomas would work in ancient times, and now it's become this whole money thing. Like, what business do you have charging 550 for something that's online?
Yeah, but nje, at the end of the day, guys, let's be honest, let's be fair.
Can I give my honest thoughts?
Yeah.
Give us your honest thought,
Okay,
buddy.
as a white man, Mlungu. I don't personally think it's right that a white person becomes a Sangoma. Number one, it's not our culture. It's not who we are as white people.
Yeah, exactly, facts.
Majority of us. I mean, maybe she does have a calling or something like that. But then I think it's up to you to go into like a Sangoma type of school or get a training or learn from someone else that is in that industry. And I just don't think she's gone about it in a respectful manner. I think it's kind of disrespectful, especially to our fellow black citizens and things like that.
Our African men.
Yeah, I think, well, just to the African tradition. Like, I don't want anyone to water that down. And I feel like people from the UK and white people here shouldn't be messing around with Sangoma. We don't know what it is.
And it's such a sacred thing, man.
Yeah, some of it can be very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing and things like that. So I just think, from my point of view, I would never dabble into it. I would never want to dabble into it. Not that it's bad or anything, but it's just not us. It's not my culture. We don't know anything about our ancestors. Our ancestors sound like they were pretty much dicks.
Yeah.
No, your ancestors were dicks.
Yeah, I'm sure there's good and
All
bad.
over the world, they were dicks.
You gone, Kazi, you gone.
But yeah, bro, like for me, Andrea, it's no hate, to her, man. It seems very far-fetched for a white Sangoma.
No hate to her. I think she needs to stick to her crystals and knowing her star signs and stuff like that.
Because that is an actual field as
that's
well.
a little bit better than, messing with someone else's culture. You don't do that out of respect.
And like the inconsistencies, man, like, and I'm telling you now, guys, like, I've got a few people that I know that are Sangomas, but you know what, like, the inconsistencies in just her whole conversation and everything, for me, pretty weird. Don't want to stick on it a little bit too much. Same thing with that Dan guy that Gigi Lamaine interviewed.
The one who specializes in witchcraft.
He specializes in witchcraft.
What? I specialize in witchcraft, me, bro.
You know what I mean?
Should be specializing in poles more, bro.
Yeah, exactly, dog. Like, it's absolutely crazy.
Yo,
to think that. And bafethu, nina nithwasisa abantu ngongalona iqiniso yekeni leyo nto, because seriously, it's not right.
You look so scary
I'm upset,
right
man.
now.
It's all the problem starts when people are like, some top. New. So in South Africa. But ladies and gentlemen, man, it's been another dope one.
No.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's time to go home. It's time to go home. It's time to go home.
Yeah, it was a very dope one.
Yeah. Super enjoyed it, man. Like we said, we're gonna be doing a whole lot more conversations like this. Speaking about South Africa, our beautiful city of Durban. Always gotta shout out Durban. But yeah, man, like we're gonna do a lot more of these. Get guests as well as we go. Of
course, yeah.
We want to get an actual Sangoma that can actually give us a little bit of an understanding on this one. But don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Go check us out on all the socials. They're always popping up. Follow myself and Bianca. Our handles also pop up. Buffet, it's been a good one. Madlamini, shout out to you. Another one in the bag. Shout out to Chad. TMM.
Peace.